that with the grace of God, I do hope the prayers of Mheshimiwa William Ruto come true. I'm really looking forward for a lot of peace and enjoyment in the years to come. So with God's grace,
my brother, the Honorable Raila Odinga, who is my main competitor.
Yes, hello and welcome. And the question here today is, what if Ruto lost? Yes, that's the question. Let me start with a disclaimer. Let me start with a disclaimer that as things start, Ruto is winning. Ruto is winning. William Samoei Ruto is the next president of Kenya. But what are some of the setbacks to his campaign as seen so far? And if he was to lose, what would he blame? Yes, the first one would be the messaging. What is he telling the people, and what are his lieutenant, followers, aspirants in his party and coalition telling the people? Take this as an example.
Palori, ingiza vijana, wacha kuitisha mambo ya form 4 certificate, bora vijana wana miguu mbili na mikono mbili waende wafanye kazi katika askari. Sababu kazi ya askari si kushika bunduki tu peke yake. Yo inahitaji masomo yoyote kweli?
Secondly, this Kenya Kwanza coalition is a one-man show. It is Ruto. Without Ruto, there's nobody else with mass strong enough to carry out the campaigns. There is no other person who would gather a crowd that has a semblance of a presidential campaign except William Ruto. Although William Ruto alone is able to sum up all the Azimio campaigners, put them together and defeat them. But in his absence, what can others do? Nothing. Sadly, except in his Rift Valley backyard, Ruto does not seem to have any solid base. All the rest of the country is shared votes. Go to Mount Kenya, shared, Western shared, and there is not a single other place other than maybe those parts of the Rift Valley where he commands nearly 90%. Other parts is shared. So there's no single solid base for UDA except in his own backyard. Fourth cause of loss, if it were to come, would be his endorsement of other candidates.
Wakati tunafungia virago Raila aende Bondo, tunafungia mbani. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Awache kiburi na awache madharau. Ama namna gani? Wakati tulimchagua hapa alikuwa mwembamba. Saa hizi hata kutembea ni shida.
It is good for the candidate to be endorsed by the presidential candidates like William Ruto. If you are running for MP and you have been endorsed by Ruto, then you are likely to win. Gubernatorial candidates, senatorial, and all those people who have been endorsed by Ruto, they have a very high chance of winning. But consider this. There are so many people who are supporting Ruto, but not other of his candidates. But what would it be like? Yeah, if the candidate is supporting that is not supported by the crowd, but the crowd supports him, here is a scenario where he is likely to lose some 1, 2, 3 votes, a few votes, but at the end of it, there is that one single vote that tilts the balance, and that is a very important vote to take into account. So as he endorses the candidate for maybe parliamentarian, MCAs and everybody else, let him be careful to go with the tide. If he goes against the tide in the process of adopting a candidate, then he stands to lose. The next one is the number of people who are on his side. Ruto is greatly outnumbered by Azimio in terms of the big wins, in terms of the government machineries, in terms of resource mobilization that is on his side. Ruto alone is financing and running his campaign. While he's a strong man, yes, he's doing it and doing it successfully. But look at the other side. Who is there? Who are there? All the cabinet secretaries, all the government machineries, everybody is on the other side. Let's not discuss this much. Anyway, let's say that you have no influence. Yeah, next consider the kind of messaging. Is campaigns and as well as that of Raila. This year, we have a totally different type of campaigns that you have not seen before. The message is the same, and they are running several campaigns in a day. Ruto is running from 5, 7, sometimes over 10 rallies in a day. And mind you, the message is the same. The message remains the same. It's about the 100 billion. It's about the youth empowerment. It's about the message from rally to rally is the same. The more a message is repeated to the same people, we have seen people misinterpret what the running mate Rigathi Gachagua said about Safaricom, about sharing the tax that is paid by Safaricom. And the propaganda is that he wants to dissolve Safaricom. And the last thing that Ruto should be worried about is his running mate. His choice of running mate, well, it was good. By all means, yes, it is good. But some sectors are considering Rigathi Gachagua as the winning mate and not the running mate. While other people are asking for development, as other people are asking for tamax, people are here with propaganda, trying to twist what he said, that he's asking for rice and meat for his people at the state launch and such other things. But the dark past of the old regime of Mzenyayo is in one way or the other haunting and following on Rigathi. In one way or the other, the messaging should come out very clear on how clean and how good the choice is. But as things stand, as for my disclaimer, is that Ruto is winning this. Yeah, stay there. I'll be back with why Azimio is definitely losing.